I think the defining moment came when I was driving from Kintampo to Tamale, which was about, I think, 2013. And whilst I was driving, I realized that, you know, ah, but there's land on the left, there's land on the right. And really, we are not doing anything about it. So, I thought about it. Then I got to Tamale, and then I went to Wale Wale, I went to Bolga. And then I realized that, okay, the goats that are here, I mean, it's 50, 60 Ghana cities. But then these same goats, when you come to Accra, it's like 200 cities. That means money go there inside. And so then I started my goat farm and then my cattle farm. Because I realized that we are really wasting a lot of time as a youth. We are wasting a lot of time on different things when we can make money with the soil, or when we can just think a little bit around the box, outside the box. And so that's when I thought about our Greek. And then I realized that, look, ever since we're growing up, we always read in our books, agriculture is the backbone of Ghana's economy, blah, 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 blah. But really, what are we doing about it to attract the youth? The youth are not interested in agric. The youth are interested in, let me go to school, get a degree, go and do masters, look for a corporate entity to, employ us, wear suit and tie, and then, maybe they'll give you an official car. Then that's after a couple of years. And then they'll say, oh, you have arrived. But forgetting that when you arrive, you have to eat when you arrive. Or once you are arriving, you have to be eating. Yeah. Because if tomorrow the farmers in this country say we are going on strike, that's a national security problem. And so I realized that there's demand for it. There's demand for food. People eat every day. The food has to come from somewhere. Yeah. And so the food has to come from a farmer. And I realized, let me get into it. Let me see how it is. And once getting into it, it's taught me so many things. One, it's taught me patience. You have to have patience. This is not about putting 200 CDs on Manchester United, hoping to beat Liverpool, and then, the bet they will with the cut. But, I mean, it's not a quick 90 minutes turnaround. This is a quick 90 days turnaround if you want to do vegetables. Vegetables is 90 days. I used to do cow once a year, they'll give birth. Goats, within 18 months, they'll give birth twice. Grass cutter, 5 months, 6 months, gestation period. And so agriculture teaches you patience. But once you harvest, once you are okay, once people are coming to buy your products and your produce, then you realize that it gives you some level of fulfillment or some level of, national pride, because I do ginger. Ginger is 6 months. When the ginger is, ready, people come and ask me, oh, John, is your ginger ready? They'll come and buy it. And I feel happy. Sometimes I don't make profit. But the fact that I know that I'm feeding the nation in my own small way, I'm happy about it. Recently, I started poultry. The fact that my eggs will come and people will come and buy it at a very good price, I'm happy about it. So sometimes I make losses, sometimes I make profits. But it's the fact that we are sitting on a gold mine that we are not even we don't even realize it. So let me give you something. Of course, maybe I'm sure some people will know about this. That we import tomatoes from Burkina. We import onions from Niger. We import cow or cattle from Burkina. We import goats from Burkina. There was a time I was doing a lot of goat business, and you go to the north and they'll tell you, we have to now go to Burkina to go and buy goats. So I used to go to Burkina Faso to go and buy goats and then bring it down to Accra. Bring it down south. But the issue is, why are we doing that? Why can't we sit down and plan? Why can't we say, this is what the country needs every year? Let us put together, a plan where, we'll do a large goat farm, a large cattle farm, and so on and so forth. And so the potential in agric is there. And so in as much as some people will say, okay, John has attained a certain level in the entertainment industry, so him being a farmer or something like that, is neither here or there. I'm here to feed the nation. I'm here to make sure that people eat, and I'm here to make sure that whilst people are eating, I'm making some small money.
The
Thank you.
question on most of our minds perhaps will be, is there money in it? Or are you funding it through perhaps maybe money that you got in the entertainment industry? Will we make money if we go into it? Yes.
Oh yeah, there's money in it. But there's money in it at the right time. There's money in it when, you see, agric is times and seasons. Like now, tomatoes will be in abundance very soon. And so if you are a tomato farmer and you got into tomatoes, people will give you bad prices because there's a glut. But if you plant your tomatoes from September, October, during the dry season, the prices of tomatoes skyrocket. You would make money. And so agric is times and seasons. Agric is where you target your target market. And I mean, there's money in it, but it teaches you patience. Somebody will say, but John, this poultry you are doing, your profit margin is 3 cedis, 4 cedis. But I always tell them it is volumes. And so if I'm able to sell volumes, if I'm able to sell so many sacks of ginger, if I'm able to sell so many sacks of cabbage, there's money in it eventually. And I'm not looking at the smaller picture. I'm looking at the bigger picture where Ghana will stop importing a lot of what we can produce here in the next 5 to 10 years.
I like that. All right.